What's up, good people? And welcome to Smiley G's Sports Nation. This be your boy Smiley G, the real Smiley G. And today I'm going to talk about my Dallas Cowboys. This is my team. This is America's team, despite of what anybody else think about it. Before I get into this video, please hit the like and subscribe buttons and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I come out with a new video. And if feeling generous, please donate to the channel via Cash App at SmileyG 2006 212212. It's also in the description below. So please, if you're feeling generous, donate. And also, please comment in the comment section because I want all the smoke. But with that being said, let's get into this thing. Now, my Dallas Cowboys has been in a spunk since the 1996 NFL Super Bowl. So there will be, I want to say about 29 years now, if you count all the seasons since then. And out of 29 seasons, my Dallas Cowboys have only won, I want to say 4 playoff games. I think Romo have won 2. Dak Prescott has won, let me make sure. No, he's 5. Dak has won. No, Dak has won 2. Just like, yeah. Trying to make sure Dak beat the Seattle Seahawks, and he beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think that's only 2 teams he beat. Romo only beat the Philadelphia Eagles one time, and he beat the Detroit Lions 2014. But according to our expectations, because we know us Dallas Cowboy fans, and I know a lot of people say we delusional like LeBron James fans are, or the Los Angeles Lakers fans, and even some of these politicians out here. You know, all of us delusional. I don't know if we more delusional than LeBron James fans. But yeah, I agree we are delusional. Because we think, and it's not just us, media, sports media, hype us up there to get our hopes up, to think we are better than we actually are. And Stephen A. is one of them. Probably the most biggest Cowboys hater I ever see. But our expectation will always be that we go on to the Super Bowl. We're going to win the Super Bowl. And every year we always lose either in the first round, which is the divisional round, or the wild card round, I should say. We always lose in the wild card round, or we lose in the divisional round. We haven't gotten to the NFC championship game in 29 years. Or 30 years. I had to do the math, but anyway, it's been that long. And this man on the screen out here, this is our quarterback, Dak Prescott, and I don't know whether they're going to do it for us a new contract. Jerry Jones, our owner, they're not rushing into making a new contract with Dak Prescott, which, in my opinion, just to keep it real, even though I like him, I think he's a good quarterback. Don't necessarily think he's a great quarterback. He always, in the season, showed signs of him being great. But every time when the playoffs come, he disappears. He forget how to play football. But I don't know with him. It's just like, maybe because we're in a weak division. And really, last year wasn't in the weak division because the NFC East last year, well, I guess it was because Philadelphia did fall off. Philadelphia started off strong, and then they just went downhill. They ended up losing every game except for one since they started 10-1 last year. But the year before that, we had a pretty decent division. And this year, I think they say they're popping up Eagles again, like they're good. We're going to see. We are going to see, but our Cowboys, at least my Cowboys, I don't know what y'all are. My Dallas Cowboys, I don't know. It just, Jerry Jones like to hold on to his coach so long. And really, I think Mike McCarthy is a decent head coach. He's not, I don't think he's great. I don't think he's bad. My only really main issue with Mike McCarthy is he's just not a good disciplinary. He just can't discipline his players. If he was a good disciplinary, the player wouldn't be committing all these penalties that they're doing. They're with the top penalized team. They've been on the top penalized team at the top. They've been to the top during the last 3 seasons that Mike McCarthy has been the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. And that's a problem. If you're not even good enough, you should at least be good enough to where they can't commit super penalties that cost you the game. And then for that reason, I think we want to get the 49ers in 2 years ago, because we didn't play them last year. 2 years ago, we want to get the 49ers in the playoffs. We lost that game because of penalties. And the year before that, we lost the game because of penalties. And even against Green Bay in 2016, when Dak Prescott was the quarterback, we lost the penalties, but Mike McCarthy won the coach then. But it just seemed like that this team always find a way to beat themselves. And Stephen A. is right, kind of. What can't go wrong will go wrong. What can go wrong will go wrong, I should say. Just they find a way to lose. And then last year, I thought since Jerry Jones buried the hatchet with him and Jimmy Johnson, that I thought maybe the curse is gone. Oh, that's not true. Soon the playoffs come. Here come the real Cowboys. Find a way to get embarrassed on the field. And I just don't know. I don't know if Dak Prescott, he's not the answer in my opinion. I love him as a man because he's a good guy. I see he get respect, and I respect him as a man. But at the same time, when it comes to playing football, it just seems like if he start getting hit or the line not protecting him, he just started to blow up. He started making stupid mistakes. I just don't understand. A lot of people like to hate on Tony Romo, but to me, Tony Romo, I like the Tony Romo. He was to me, Tony Romo was a great quarterback. You might disagree with me, but I think Tony Romo, if he would have had a better consistent line majority of his career, he would have did more. He did. Not saying he never had a line. He did have a line in 2000, and it's early when he first got there, and he started to get one towards the tail end of his career. But he was already fragile and broken up then. See, Tony Romo in the years where we went 8-8, 3 consecutive years, our line was terrible those years. And ever since that time where I want to say Justin Tuck, what's the person who pile drive him? Well, he don't say pile drive, but gave him a very hard hit, and he injured his shoulder or his disc in his back or something like that. He hasn't been the same ever since then for us not being able to get hurt. He's been just after that, he's just fragile. There's nothing to say. And then he tried, I want to say that year he tried to come back. He won one game, and then the next game against the Panthers, ended up getting hurt again, even though we still were losing bad, so probably wouldn't win the game anyway. But it just, Tony Romo, in my opinion, if Tony Romo was our quarterback in 2016, I think we would have won the Super Bowl. And I know, but y'all want to say, y'all ain't had nothing coming. Well, I think we did. I think if Tony Romo would have quarterback in 2016, we would have won the Super Bowl the year that Dak Prescott took us there. At least made it to the Super Bowl. Because I think if Tony Romo played, we'd beat Green Bay. We wouldn't have started this slow. And I think Tony Romo knew the offense better than Dak Prescott at that time. And he was a better accurate quarterback. Dak Prescott had a great season that year, but I just don't think he was quite ready. And now I think he's inconsistent when it comes to crucial moments. He can be good. He can beat mediocre teams, but when it comes to playoff teams, he seems to struggle against those players. And then also the defense. It's just like, I don't know, Dan Quinn, like he just intentionally lost because even though he's ready to lose. I don't understand. I don't know what happened to our defense in the playoff last year. It's just like we just gave up. Not saying that Dak did good, but if the defense would have played better, we could have still had a chance. But just defense was terrible too. Couldn't stop Green Bay. Jordan Love just served us. And again, this year, Jared Jones, he's not aggressive for us getting new talent. We love our guys, and I think our guys is good enough that we can get where we're going with the guys we have. We don't need all those. And every year it's the same thing. We end up losing. In embarrassing fashion. This is actually the first time in 3 years that we've actually made the playoffs 3 consecutive years. Because that hasn't happened in a very long time. So I would congratulate Mike McCarthy for that. But at the same time, it doesn't matter if we get in there, we still lose it. It just doesn't matter. And then we brought Zeke back, and Zeke is good, but I just don't think he's not going to change anything. I think it's just going to be the same thing. Our run game probably going to be the same because I think Tony Pollard had lost a step from the previous year because the injury that he had. I think the injury he had slowed him down a little bit, as well as I think also that Ezekiel Elliott was a help for him to not take some of the load off of him because I don't think he has the stamina that Ezekiel Elliott had. And also, I think Ezekiel Elliott is a little older now, and I don't think he's going to be able to carry either because he's just not the same. He just got some issues this year, Cowboys. So that's about all I got. I just wanted to talk about my Cowboys, man, and just praying to see that we're going to do something this year, which I don't think. I don't think we got nothing coming this year neither. I think we might still make the playoffs. Don't really know. I think we still would make it. I don't think we're going to win 12 games this year because I just don't think that we have the same team we had last year. It's like our team is getting worse. We thought we had a really another thing. I don't know. If Trayvon Diggs might have played, which I think Trayvon Diggs is a big piece why the defense, our team wasn't the same. If Trayvon Diggs would have stayed healthy, our defense would have been an elite defense. But as good as what's our cornerback? I can't even think his name. That's crazy. Deron Bland. I think he's a great, optimistic cornerback, but as far as coverage, he's a little suspect on that end, which I think Trayvon Diggs is way better at covering. And I think that's a big problem we have. I don't know. I don't think we have Gilly no more. I think he's gone. I think they're going to let him go if they're not already. I haven't really been paying attention to the offseason, but I think if Deron Bland managed to be better on coverage, so Trayvon Diggs, he's a top 5 cornerback in the league. If Deron Bland can stay, get better as far as coverage-wise, I think we'll be good as far as the secondary. Now, as far as the linebackers, which has been our weakness for the longest now, I don't know. I think Mike Zimmerman I think he's going to do something better. I think he's going to make it where we're more disciplined as far as also we more conservative because I think we gambled a lot on defense too. Reason why we got burned a lot, and we need to be working on our scripts for our players and not trying to get them to do something that they're not good at. So I just think, yeah, it's going to be different this year. It's going to be interesting. I don't know about the offense. I think the offense is the line is new, but I think the Cowboys been doing good for drafting great linemen and training them up. So I don't really think that's going to be an issue like people are saying. The only issue I really have is the defense. But that's all I got, y'all. If y'all like, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Comment if you disagree with anything. And just know that my Dallas Cowboys are going to do something this year that y'all don't think they're going to been able to do in about 30 years. With that being said, peace to y'all brothers and sisters. I'm out.